Well, we're here in Perugia today from many countries to celebrate one single thing, and that is the life, the poetry and the thought of John Bradburne. The surprising thing is that for such an amazing poet, so few people have heard of him, and the reason is that the poetry he wrote was hidden for many, many years. He was a missionary in Africa and looked after a leper colony in a little place called Matemwe, which is near Harare, and cared for them for many years. And during the Rhodesian Civil War, he was told to leave the company of the lepers because they said he was a spy. He refused to leave and he was killed. And as a result, he has become something of a martyr in the eyes of many. And in the Catholic tradition, Matemwe has now become a local place of pilgrimage, a little Lourdes or Fatima, if you will. Now, the reason why people are here is partly to celebrate his life in that way and his death, and perhaps to promote his cause for canonization in due course. But the reason I am here is because I found myself becoming the editor of his poetry. And the amazing thing about his poetry is that he is the most prolific poet the English language has ever had. He wrote twice as much poetry as Shakespeare, 4 times as much poetry as Wordsworth, and yet people still do not know about him. His poetry is quite remarkable. It deals with devotional themes such as the Trinity and Mary and other big themes in Catholic theology. He has poems about nature. He has poems of all sorts of descriptions about the lepers themselves. He describes the lepers in very vivid ways. And in short, his poetry is an oeuvre that people need to know about. And today is the occasion when we publicize this to an international audience.